So let's just start off by kind of talking about your platform and why you're running.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm running because the 4th District needs an effective, common sense conservative who can deliver results for the 4th District. Over the last 20 months, I've driven thousands of miles to meet families and farming community, business owners on Main Street, and they want their voice heard, and they want somebody that can deliver. And I've done that in the Iowa Senate. I've been in the Iowa Senate for the last 12 years, where we cut taxes and created jobs and defended Iowa values. I have over 600 county chairs that are supporting me in all 39 counties and 260 students. But for me, it's all about making a difference for the 4th District, making a difference for the farmer and the person on Main Street, and helping our schools and our hospitals. It's all about getting things done in Washington, and that's what I want to do.
So you have the potential to take over a spot in Washington, a seat in Washington that's been held by Steve King for many, many, many years. Why do you think you're the right man to kind of take over that spot and that one that he's held for so long?
Yep. It goes back to what I've done in the Iowa Senate, that I have shown that I can deliver results for Iowans in the 4th District. I was the author and the person that helped pass the largest income tax reduction in state history. I also helped make sure that we reduced regulation in our state, helped farmers with getting rid of the grain bin tax, helping first-time farmers getting started with a new incentive. These are all things that are very important. And our district is number one when it comes to ethanol in the country. And I helped pass a bill that would expand ethanol by going from E10 to E15 in our gas pumps this past year. And I just look at it and say, hey, how can we grow agriculture globally to help all our producers? And my past working on a farm, my in-laws have a farm where all of us kids and myself work on. I know how to help them and get things done for not only them, but I've also been in the private sector business to help Main Street and make a difference to help reduce regulations for them also.
And agriculture and farming is such a big part of not only Iowa as a whole, but kind of here in the 4th District. I mean, Sioux City might be our largest community, but we have so many rural farms, rural families that have been around for generations, and they're really getting hit hard this year. So what, if elected, can you do in Washington to kind of help them through the next 4, 8, or generations to come?
Absolutely. You think about this past year, it's been so tough, from the commodity prices to the drought to the derecho that hit on the eastern side of the 4th District. Farmers have had a tough year, and we need somebody that sits on that agricultural committee, and that's where I want to be on that agricultural committee, that the next farm bill coming up in 2022, that we have a voice that understands the farming community, that can help the commodities of corn and beans and cattle, hogs, dairy, eggs, poultry. We also need to promote and expand ethanol and biodiesel. We have so many things going on right now in our 4th District, and how we create clean energy, and it all goes hand in hand with the farming community. And you know what? If the farming community is successful, then our main streets are successful, our hospitals, our schools, it all goes together. So it's about make sure that we have sustainability for the farming community, so they can have the generations to come, they can pass on that farm. And it also comes with having great trade deals. The MCA was a start. China holding them accountable was very significant. And now we're starting to see that in that first phase, where China has bought $15 billion of corn and soybeans, and they'll buy another $15 billion by the end of the year. It's starting to set us up for the future, that we don't have the past where we were taken advantage of. Now we look forward to and say, hey, we have a level playing field for the farming community.
So turning from farming, I want to talk about healthcare, and specifically rural healthcare, because that's kind of a big thing here in Iowa too, is maybe the fear of losing rural healthcare down the road. So what's kind of your healthcare initiative and your plan moving forward?
Yeah, I tell you what, healthcare is in crisis mode right now. I just got off the phone with one of our business people in town here, and their premium was going up by 40%. He said it's going to cost our business an extra $60,000 this year. He said I can't afford it. He said I just can't. For each plan, it was going to be over $2,000 per family. He said we've got to do something different. I look at it and say we got to protect pre-existing conditions, but we have to allow the free market to work. And it's fearful when others are saying, hey, we need to have government take over health care. That's not the way to do it. If that happens, we'll have costs out of this world, and that will close our rural access to our rural hospitals. Currently, I'm getting my doctorate in healthcare administration, and I understand how important it is to have that rural access, that women don't have to drive 50 miles for maternity care. We have to make sure that we have critical access hospitals that are only 9-10 miles away from one another. But it also starts with reducing regulations, getting rid of surprise medical billing, lower pharmaceutical costs, make sure that we have competition in the insurance arena, that we can buy insurance across state lines. These are all things that can happen, but we need it through a free market system.
So we only have a few weeks until Election Day. So for those voters who are maybe still undecided on who they want to take that seat, what can you tell them to maybe persuade them either way why they should vote for you?
Well, I just say I'm here to get things done. I've been a conservative voice that has delivered results in the Iowa Senate the last 12 years. Being assistant majority leader in the Iowa Senate, we helped deliver for families and businesses and agriculture. We made sure that we helped the first-time farmer. We eliminated the grain bin tax. I passed a bill for health care specifically for rural Iowa that reduced premiums. I also would help reduce regulations and oppose liberal schemes like the Green New Deal and the government takeover of healthcare that would just crush family businesses and families. In Congress, I just want to deliver for families and Main Street businesses and our farm producers. I want to make sure that I continue to work with the Trump tax cuts and further simplify our tax code. Most of all, I want to every day deliver real results for the 4th District. These aren't campaign promises or rhetoric. These are actual conservative results that I've done in Iowa that I'll do in Congress.
So what's kind of your plan for the next couple of weeks leading up to Election Day? What do you have going on to kind of get out those last minute voters?
Absolutely. So the last 3 weeks, my days are just packed, going up and down the 4th District, from Charles City, Mason City, to Fort Dodge, to Ames, to Sioux City, Missouri Valley, Denison, you name it. Just going, meeting businesses, meeting producers, meeting organizations, going to Kiwanis Club, Rotary clubs, telling my story and telling them who I am and how I can help them and make a difference for the 4th District.
So is there anything that maybe we haven't touched on that you think Iowans need to know for those who haven't voted yet?
No, I just want to make sure that everybody also understands that I'm very passionate about making sure that we ensure that we have Social Security and our Medicare program, that they're completely funded. This is sort of my hot topic right now, is that we have a debt of $26.8 trillion. And if we don't get that debt under control, things like Social Security and Medicare could be catastrophic. We cannot continue to spend more than we take in. And this is what we've done in Iowa. We have created a balanced budget year after year after year, so we can make sure that we can pay for education and all these other things. We've got to do this at the federal level to make sure that we ensure the promises of paying Social Security and Medicare. That's why it's very passionate for me that we fulfill our promises to all those that are having Medicare and Social Security, and fulfill the promises to our future generations.